teams that need to make a move. The teams I think Milwaukee needs to make a move. I think that they're an older team. They're slow. I think they definitely need another like scoring option. You still got Giannis. Obviously, you still got Dame, and we really didn't see them we didn't see them both play in the playoffs. So we really don't know how it will work. We only saw Dame, and Dame was playing decent, then he got hurt. But Chris Middleton actually played good, but he's older. And the Bucks need to get more younger and more athletic. And they need to find a way. There was reports saying that they're trying to trim their roster and maybe trade like Brook Lopez. I wouldn't be shocked if they try to shop Chris Middleton. But I think the Bucks need to make a move if they want to. Like they're still top 3, top 4 in the East, but they need to make a move if they want to be the best team in the East. Another team, the 76ers, I think they definitely, well, they have no choice because they don't have a roster. You need to figure out that Paul George is actually going to Philly. I just don't think he fits in Philly. He fits there. It's just that I just think he loves LA so much that he will leave. But I think Philly needs to make a move. They really don't have no roster. They need to figure out if they want to get Paul George. Then you could form this big three and then just have some role players. Or you can surround better role players with Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. Like they need to figure that out. But there's as long as Joel Embiid is healthy, yes, he gets hurt. But as long as Joel Embiid is healthy, they'll still be a contender in the East. And Tyrese Maxey, obviously, he's going to get better. So they'll get better eventually. But they need, the Sixers need to make a move. I did have the Knicks, but obviously they made a move. They got Mikal Bridges, so I'm gonna skip them. The Clippers, they need to they kind of do need to make a move to an extent. They need to see if Paul George is coming back. Are they going to resign James Harden? Because if Paul George does leave, and if you do just resign James Harden, that team is not a contender in the West. It's just not. You like Kawhi, you know there's a chance he might get hurt. Knock on wood, but there is a chance. And you don't know. And James Harden, let's be honest, he's been a playoff flopper in the playoffs. Like he just has. And I feel like you need to re-sign Paul George. Like if you got to go over a number or at least sign him to something significantly higher than what Kawhi Leonard got, man, just sign the dude, bro. Because y'all know y'all not going to win. Like, let's be serious. Y'all have had this dynamic duo for the past like 5 years and ain't done nothing. Y'all went to the conference finals one time, but Kawhi was hurt. But ever since then, it's been first round, and they lost in the second round. That's when they blew a 3-1 lead. But they need to resign Paul George, and if they could get James Harden back, they need to get him back so they could be at least a contender in the West. Dallas kind of has to make a move, but I don't know if they could really make a move because, well, they really don't have trade assets. Like, you still got Kyrie, you still got Luka, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, Likely, Derek Lively. You still got all of them. But they just need another consistent scorer. Like, I think they thought, obviously, in the beginning of the year, Tim Hardaway would be that guy that averages probably like 60, 70 points, be a contention for 6 man a year. But he just wasn't that all year, and he definitely wasn't that in the playoffs. I think they just need another consistent score. Like, I saw a report saying that they're looking at Jeremy Grant. I think Jeremy Grant might be a good move, trying to get him, and then he will definitely be your third scoring option. And there's nothing wrong with that. Jeremy Grant could definitely get you 20, but he won't need to get 20 because he has Kyrie and Luka on his team. So him averaging 17, 18 points, that is perfectly fine. And I think with that move, it gets them back to the finals. So I do think Dallas needs to make a move, but I don't know if they really can. If they are gonna try and trade Tim Hardaway, but overall, I don't think they can really make a move. But they do need to make one. The Suns do need to make a move because that roster just isn't good. And what you're trapped with basically Booker making 50 mil, Bradley Beal making 50 mil, and Kevin Durant basically making 50 mil. You're in cap hell, and there's really nothing you can do. Like, you can really only sign tier D players. Like, yes, you have the big three, but you guys just got swept. And I thought that was gonna be a competitive series. I thought it was gonna go 7. I had the Suns winning, but obviously they got swept. So I was wrong on that. But hey, it is what it is. But they need to make a move, maybe try to get another center, but I don't know what more moves they can do. They definitely need a point guard though. You can't roll back with the Devin Booker and the Bradley Beal point guard combo. Like, no, we can't roll that back again. We gotta figure something out to get another point guard. So they definitely need to make a move, but with them basically the 3 players basically taking a majority cap, I don't know what moves they can really make, but they'll figure out. But they do need to get another point guard. The Kings, I think the Kings do need to make a move, and I think they just need another scorer. I saw a report saying that they're looking into Kyle Kuzma because remember they was trying to get Kyle Kuzma last summer. He didn't go. He resigned to Washington. I think Kyle Kuzma would be actually a good fit. Obviously, he will move to probably the 4. Keegan Murray be at the 3, but just getting another consistent scorer like Malik Monk. They resigned Malik Monk, and glad he got a contract. But Kyle Kuzma is just a better player. Kyle Kuzma could definitely give you 20. And De'Aaron Fox, he's only really like their only 20-point per game score. Like Sabonis, he can get 20, but not like consistent 20 all the time. I think he only averaged like 19 points. And he's gonna get them involved. And Kyle Kuzma, he's like a slashing type forward. So that would help put him next to Sabonis. I just think they need another consistent scorer because I feel like that's what they've been missing, like at least the past 2 years since they've been good. But the Kings, they're still going to be good, but I think they need to make a move. And the last team that needs to make a move is the Warriors. And I'll get into that later, but I think the Warriors need to make a move. The Warriors are just not good anymore, man. They're basically below average team. And they Klay Thompson might leave. So that just leaves you with Wiggins, Draymond Green, and AirPods, and like scoring wise, that's it. Like, unless I'm forgetting somebody else on my head, but they just need another score. They need another score. And I hear they're trying to get Paul George, but if that would work. But they do need to get like they need to get better. Like, and they need a big. Forget that. They need to try to get a big because that's what they've been lacking for the past like years. It's a big. They're too small. And whoever team they face, like, if they had to face like the Timberwolves probably sweep them. I ain't gonna cap. Timberwolves might sweep them. So they need to. I think they need to get a big, but there's really not a lot of bigs. Maybe trade for one. Maybe like a Jonas Valanciunas or like a Clint Capella. Try to get one of them. But the Warriors they need to get a big. That is priority number 1. Trying to get a big. And in my opinion, those are the teams that need to make a move.